For this video, we're going to be breaking down number 25, running back and defensive end, Giachinta, class of 2024 of Haldane High School, highlighted on the screen. And before we dive further into the breakdown, I would like to remind the audience if you could please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And if you're considering helping the group even further, think about joining our Patreon for some added benefits or using the donation links in the description of this video. We appreciate all our supporters. And now speaking about Evan, this young man, a dominant player. 6'2", 190 pounds, good-sized kid. Last year, over 1,100 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns. And he's one of the best players out of the small schools in Section 1. And he really can affect the game in each phase, whether it's offensively, defensively, or special teams. And he really thrives using his strength and balance. He has a really killer stiff arm, which is like a jab from a boxer. And he really knows how to churn yards. Now, I also like his versatility. He's also lined up as a receiver. He's had success running on inside runs and outside design plays. Just a well-rounded football player, and also as a returner. Now, things he can work on: breakaway speed. I do think he shows burst at times, but after about 15-20 yards, at times he's been caught from behind. I do think he can work on that breakaway speed and consistency in his technique and blocking. But let's go over a couple plays I really like. I mentioned he's highlighted on the screen. I do apologize for kind of the faraway view. But you're going to see he's going to get this ball. You're going to see a couple linemen blocking, a kick-out block by the guard, and the tackle trying to come inside of him. And again, you're going to see kind of that burst I'm talking about. There he is highlighted. Get it some nice seal right here, and he has some burst to him. Watch him explode through the line and run through those arm tackles. He is strong. And once he gets to that second level, DBs really struggle tackling him. And you can see the strength right there. He shows some burst. And boy, does he show the ability to run through arm tackles. And get into that second level. Good-sized kid, strong kid. Mentioned at 6'2". And you can see some of that big playability. This is another play. I really like this one. Back at their like half-yard line, he's highlighted on the screen. They're just going to run a simple zone play. And you're going to see all these linemen stepping in one direction. He's getting this zone carry. But the defensive line does a really good job. Look at this undercut right here. This is a safety. He does a really good job cutting inside that offensive lineman, but this is the strength that I'm talking about. Watch the strength. Look at that stiff arm right there and gets to the outside. This should have been a safety. He stiff arms a defensive lineman, gets to the second level on the outside, and there you go again. From what should have been a safety to a 40-plus yard gain, and that's just strength right there. The ability to bounce off of contact, use his strength, show some of that burst towards the outside. Again, really impressive run right there. Should have been a dead play, and these are what great players can do. Plays that you feel like you have them, and he turns it into a big play. Let's go to one more play. Here we go, right here in the backfield. At least running the ball. And this is going to look like a zone read, I believe. So he's going to be watching this defensive end. I think the quarterback has the option to pull it. But again, going to hand it off. But look at the linebacker. He's going to be shooting this gap. Shoots the gap. Again, feels like this play is blown up. He sees it, but again, watch the strength, the ability to run through contact. There's that stiff arm, that jab. And then again, running through that contact. Should have been a loss. Ends up being 11 yards, right? So, I mean, that's what this young man can do for you. Plays that feel like they're dead in the water. Linebacker shooting the gap. Again, read really well. But look at that stiff arm. It's like a jab, a boxer's punch. And then that's the strength to just churn those yards, fight through contact. Get 11 yards. It might not seem like those eye-popping plays, but those are important plays for a running back to make, or a high-level running back, and that's what he shows he can do. Okay, I'm going to just show actually one more, not as a running back, but again, his ability to affect the game, and this is a very strong defender as well, but in special teams as a returner. Again, high-impact play affecting multiple phases, and these smaller schools is what I kind of like watching these kids who they have to be contributors on each end of the game, and watch them go. Again, the strength. There's that stiff arm. And again, his ability to make big plays, big moments. That's what this young man do. Watch it one more time. And you want to try to kick it away from this young man, trying to squib it into the corner. And again, you're going to see the strength right here. Just run right through that, then that jab, that stiff arm. Boom. And he's off to the races for a long touchdown. Again, one of the best players out of the small schools, no question about it. And I'm really excited to see what he has in store this upcoming season.